It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, July 24th, 2021. I'm your host, as always, here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Andrew, where else would I be? And what do I got to talk about this week? Well, believe it or not, I have a lot to talk about. It's been a good week for topics. Well, somewhat good week. But anyway, the Steam Deck is Valve's answer to the Switch, coming out in December, and it's already got scalpers on eBay. Seriously, I mean, when they're charging like almost $1,500 for this, that's a problem. You know that weird simulator that Markiplier's been playing lately that's been giving him a chubby? You know, he feels zen all of a sudden, Power Wash Simulator? Yeah, the devs decided to make an article about this. They're going out and saying, look, we're making cleaning fun. Oh, we're going to be fixing the crouching issue, apparently. The crouching issue, so yay. The Your Name live-action film has to find a new director. Oh, yay. I mean, yay. Netflix. Oh, Netflix. Your video game service is saying all the right things, but your Netflix, I don't like the idea. No. Something's wrong here. Are you looking forward to Kyokai Senki? It's a series that's coming out later this year. If you are, well, it's basically called Machines on the Borderline. If you are looking forward to its October 5th release, here's some good news. You can watch the first 11 minutes on YouTube. Which basically, since most anime episodes are like 21 minutes long, that's about half the episode. So, yeah! I'll take that as a win, baby. Oh, yeah. And speaking of upcoming anime, Megaton Musashi. It's going to be premiering on October 1st. Oh, boy. This actually looks pretty damn cool. I'm not going to lie. It really does look pretty interesting. But, of course, all this and more this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Before I go into this, you know the song and dance by now. I'm sure you do. ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. Wide variety of stuff for sale, from anime stuff, trading cards, DVDs, action figure parts, what have you. I probably have it. One person's trash is another person's treasure. You can never go wrong on the worldwide flea market that is eBay. I mean, seriously, where else can you find a Kleenex used by Dr. Dre or one of William Shatner's old toupees? I mean, hell, there's Star Trek memorabilia, there's crap all over the place. If you got the cash, I'm pretty sure somebody's got an item you're looking for. It's a one-stop, gotta-shop place to buy crap, and it's called eBay, and that's all you need to know. And while you're surfing around on eBay, if you want to stop by and check out my eBay page, it's ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. You can also follow me over on Twitter at Otaku Rhodes. That's capital O-T-A-K-U, capital R-H-O-A-D-S. And you can also check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. And while you're here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the standard YouTube jizz. And, yeah, let's get into this one, shall we? Because this is going to be a fun week. Alright, so this week went kind of interesting. So, I'm pretty sure everybody remembers a few weeks back when I complained a little bit that I got screwed over at work because I didn't have to show up for work and nobody told me. Well, this time, the store manager was really nice and called me up Tuesday night, literally woke me up and I couldn't get back to sleep then, to so generously inform me that you don't have to come in Wednesday. Woohoo! Would have been nice if it would have been Friday. I could have had a 3-day weekend, but woohoo! Well, I could have had a longer weekend, but woohoo! I'll take it. Score for the win, baby. So yeah, I have that. I'm looking forward to doing the Q&A this month, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And I've also been dealing with some more of the, I guess you want to call it fallout or just backlash. I'm just going to call it I'm just going to call it what it is. I've been dealing with the backlash since I announced the end of the Andrew Rand series coming, which I am now contemplating speeding that up just to shut people up. I'm not even joking on this. So, apparently, I had a slew of messages waiting for me in the Web Designer 18 Facebook page message system, and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, whoo-hoo-hoo, there was a lot. All mostly from one person. I'm not going to say their name because, God forbid, they know who they are, though. But anyway, there was like a slew of messages from them. And it was all basically, you need to do this. Well, you need to do it. Because they're mad that I did 2 rants on Space Jam: A New Legacy. They're mad that I did a couple extra, like, they did more than 1 rant on some of the other stuff. But I didn't do more than 1 rant on Teen Titans Go! See Space Jam. And they're like, you need to watch these reviews, then do another rant video. And in fact, make it your last rant video. And I'm not going to lie about this, because this is what's been pissing me off. It has been comments like that have been, that are one of the main focusing reasons of why I'm ditching this series now. Because I have, at this point, so pissed off with the amount of comments that, I mean, happily, the majority of the comments are getting filtered. I actually want to give YouTube's AI credit for that one. It deserves credit where credit's due. And by God, its spam filter and vulgar filter is doing a damn good job. I will give it that. So they're filtered out. I can still see them because you have to approve or deny them because it's just like, oh, this, possible vulgarity, held for review. And I'm not going to lie. Majority of them were very insulting. I could have put them up there and everybody could have seen them. The problem is that they're not just insulting me, they're bad-mouthing the majority of the people that watch my videos and comment all the time. And I'm like, yeah, look, you want to pick on me, be my guest. Come at me with your best shot. I'll be damned if you're going to go after somebody that watches my video. That's not fair. So, yeah, I've been dealing with the backlash, I guess, all week for that. And it has just been a massive ton of it. Because it's got me contemplating now, do I just want to speed up the, basically the self-destruct sequence, or do I just want to let it ride out to December? And seeing as the people are getting, and this is like a majority of people, like at least one person, 1 to 2 people, and it's like, you're really, they're really pissed off because I'm not doing a positive rant video, or I'm, not talking about it in this way, or this way. I'm just complaining about it, and they like it. The newsflash is, I started this video series, ironically, I started this series to complain about one thing, because I needed a name for it. Sorry about that, I have a bit of a dry throat. I started this series to complain about one thing, because I had a bug about it, and it was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Link summoning. And you needed to come up with a name and, stuff for your video. You couldn't just up and put up audio only. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to call it Andrew Rant. And that was how it started. Yes, I'm not going to deny that I didn't have fun with some of the stuff. I mean, I loved doing the gritty one, the Rise of the TMNT, Venture Brothers. I loved ranting about some of the stuff. But here's the thing. I was complaining about stuff that annoyed me. Okay, that's the main point that I don't think anybody got out of this. I was complaining about stuff that annoyed me. If you shared in that opinion, that's fine. If you didn't, that's fine. It's not like I held a gun up to your head and said, you need to, not like what I don't like and, agree with me on everything. That's why I said at the end of every video, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Apparently, nobody gets to the end of my damn video. I guess they must stop listening after about 5 or 10 minutes, not even that. And it's like, they never hear that. So to them, it's always, oh, well, you want me to agree with you. You're saying that it's crap, but it's not crap. Did you not hear the end of the video where I say, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below? If you like it, that's fine. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not saying you have to hate it. I'm just explaining why I'm not a fan of it. But it's stuff like that. And the comments, they just started getting to me. And I know you gotta have a thick skin for YouTube. You gotta have a thick skin to do this stuff. And I do to a point. But there comes a point when they just start harassing the hell out of you on social media about it, and it's like, you need to stop doing the rant videos. You need to stop doing this and that. Then there's the slew of people that want me to rant about this topic, or rant about this topic, rant about this topic. And then if I rant about that, then all of a sudden it's like, well, why are you picking on that topic? Well, you told me to! Now you see my point as to why I'm ending this series. Now it's just a matter of, do I end it in December like I planned, or do I just speed up the inevitable self-destruction sequence and call it a day? I'm not gonna lie, I'm giving a lot of credence to option B and speeding this bitch up. I mean, figure it this way, it's gonna go over a cliff either way. I'm just debating at this point, do I keep it going at 50 miles an hour and get there in December, or do I just lay on the accelerator, force it into that position, and jump out and watch just careen over quicker? That's where I'm at right now. But yeah, so that has literally been my week. I helped some family out with some, moving some stuff around, a couple other things, but that's been a majority of my week. Has been solely dedicated towards dealing with the angered comments, dealing with the pissed off individuals, because I'm ending my series and I didn't end it sooner. I didn't end it, sooner to suit them. That's been my week. But yeah. So let's get into the podcast this week. Let's have some fun. I got good topics here, so let's get into this. Let's get it on. Okay, so unless you've been living under a rock, you probably have heard about the Steam Deck. What is the Steam Deck? Apparently, this is Valve's answer to a question nobody asked for. So Valve decided to create this as an answer to the Nintendo Switch. It's going to be coming out in December, and it's a new challenger that's entering the portable gaming market. This is basically like Mortal Kombat. You have the Nintendo Switch just sitting on its throne, all of a sudden it's like a new challenger appears, and in pops the Valve Steam Deck. Not to be confused with the Stream Deck, but no, this is the Valve Steam Deck. God. It's a new portable gaming device from Valve that basically looks and functions exactly like a Nintendo Switch. Models are starting at $400! And it is going to be releasing in December. 400! What was the Switch when it came out? Was it like 150, 200 bucks? Just about, or almost like, maybe like 250, 300? So this thing's already more than when the Switch came the fuck out. Holy shit. See here, we partnered with AMD to create Steam Deck's custom APU optimized for handheld gaming. It's a Zen 2 plus RDNA 2 powerhouse, delivering more than enough performance to run the latest AAA games in a very efficient power envelope. Wow, that's what the company wrote. The Steam Deck thumbsticks are designed for extended play sessions, and the owner's entire Steam library will be available when they log on. There's even a dock, sold separately, to connect to TVs and computer monitors. So, oh wow, I love the little blueprint they got here. Okay, so we got the D-pad over on the left side. You have a view button. You have the left thumbstick or the L3 button as well. The trackpad. Oh, there's a trackpad on this. That's scary. Speakers. There's a thing to access your stream, to access Steam. You got the right speaker on the right side, quick access button, another trackpad. So there's 2 trackpads on this. Oh, that's wonderful. 2 mics located right above a 7-inch touchscreen. Okay, wait a minute. It's touchscreen, and there's trackpads, and there's a D-pad, and there's thumbsticks. You're kidding me, right? No. I'm seriously looking at this, and I am now scratching my head. I'm not even joking. This is a blueprint of it too. Oh my god, that's horrifying. Okay, so you have 2 mics. This almost reminds me of that one phone that came out like in the early 2000s. Was it the Sidekick or something? Oh my god, this thing looks like crap. This looks like an overglorified. I'm not even gonna lie. This looks like an overglorified smartphone. In a way, it's like we just took like a majority of the screen away. Here's a 7-inch touchscreen. But yeah, you have the D-pad over on the left side, and there are L1, L2, R1, and R2 buttons as well on the back. So there is that. But you have a view button, the left thumbstick, the L3 button. There's a right thumbstick, or the R3 button, an options button, the ABXY buttons, 2 trackpads, 2 mics. You're kidding me. 2 trackpads, 2 mics, a left speaker, a right speaker, your Steam button. I'm assuming that's to access Steam, so that's probably the home button, and a quick access. Do you see a start functionality? Oh, wait, no, you're just going to be touching the screen. So you have 2 trackpads, 2 thumbsticks, a D-pad, and a touch screen. What the fuck do you need all that for? Just to start a goddamn game. I was just like, I don't feel like using the thumbsticks. I'm going to use the trackpads. I don't feel like using the trackpads or the thumbsticks. I'm going to use the D-pad. Are you serious? The device will sport a 7-inch screen, which puts it in par with Nintendo's recently announced OLED Switch, and just ahead of the existing Switch and Switch Lite in terms of size. The controllers don't appear to be detachable. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Like the Joy-Cons, but maybe that means they won't have any drift either. No, they're always going to have drift. Everything that has something like that will. So here's the tech specs on this. The literal iteration, it's like an iteration of what's in the Xbox Series X and the PS5. So you have a CPU is the Zen 2 4C 8T 2.4 to 3.5 gigahertz up to 448 G-flops and 30 and FP of 32. GPU is an 8RDNA2 CUs 1.0 to 1.6 gigahertz up to 1.6 teraflops. Oh wow, Jesus. 32 FP. 16 gigabyte. Oh Jesus, that's it. 16 gigabyte LP DDR5 RAM. 5500 MT per second. So wow, that's okay. 1280 by 800 pixels, basically a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, all shoved into a 7-inch optical bonded LCD, which bothers me a little bit because I kind of feel like you can't get that for 7 inches. Don't get me, I do. I kind of feel like you can't get that for 7 inches. I kind of feel like that's not accurate for 7 inches for some reason, but I don't know. Bluetooth 5.0, support for controllers, accessories, and audio. So you can even add more controllers to this. You have a trackpad, 2 thumbsticks, and a fucking D-pad, not to mention a touch screen, and you want to add more controllers to this bitch? Are you smoking? Are you high? Are you on crack? Are you smoking cheese? What the hell? Wi-Fi, dual band Wi-Fi radio, 2.4 gigahertz to 5 gigahertz, 2x2, MIMO, and IEEE, 802.11a, B, G, N, and AC. So basically every standard wireless functionality that you would get like on regular tablets, computers, stuff like that. See, in an interview, though, with ING, Valve developer Pierre-Luc Griffiths, and I know I mispronounced that, I don't care at this point, confirmed the Steam Deck will have a built-in mic for multiplayer options to alter the graphics settings on games. Oh, that's right. And options to alter the graphic settings on games. Okay, that makes more sense. As for battery life, it's about 2 to 8 hours depending on what you're doing, he said. You can play Portal 2 for 4 hours on this thing if you limit it to 30 frames per second. You're going to be playing for 5 to 6 hours. Basically, the Steam Deck is trying to emulate a portable gaming PC. It runs the latest version of SteamOS. You'll even be able to install third-party software and operating systems. Oh, wow. At least thank you for that, at least. Wow. Whoa! Thank you so much for that. Okay, yeah. So there's 3 models. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's 3 models for sale. Oh, God. I'm terrified now, but let's dive it. Let's keep going. We're going down the rabbit hole here. So the current models, we have the $400 64 gigabyte internal storage model. So I'm guessing that's what you want to call the base model for $400. If you want to piss up an extra $130, you can get the 256 gigabyte solid state drive storage and exclusive Steam Community Profile Bundle for $530. Or if the middle option isn't good enough for you and you still have some cash to burn, for an extra $120, you can get the 512 gigabyte SSD storage, so it's solid state drive storage, and an anti-glare etched glass screen. So wait. I have to pay an extra $250 to get anti-glare etched glass on a gaming console designed for portable gaming. Why? For starters, and for second part. There's one catch though, however, to have an actual shot at getting one of these things when it releases, you need to pay Valve $5 to reserve a spot in line to pre-order. The reservations opened 2 Fridays ago. Or it would have been last Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on the 16th. The main reason for reservations is to ensure an orderly and fair ordering process for customers when Steam Deck inventory becomes available. Oh, yeah, that's a bullshit thing, because that takes me into the second part of this topic. Sorry about that. That takes me into the second part of this, because if you have to pre-order and put down a $5 deposit, then how the fuck is eBay filled with these sons of bitches being scalped, and they're asking the moon and back? So Valve announced its handheld PC, the Switch-like Steam Deck. It isn't even out yet, but folks can pre-register for an opportunity to buy it at a later date. Yeah, and watch all of a sudden they go, oh, we can't get these things made, manufacturing problems, but we can't refund you your $5, though. Thank you for giving it to Valve. That's basically, watch all of a sudden this crash and burn before it takes off. All these people scalping these, get the money. They'll shut down their, all of a sudden, if it's announced that, hey, it can't come out, boom! They will shut themselves down, take the money and run, especially now with eBay's, we deposit it right into your bank account. That money's gone. That money is gone. And yeah, that's not good. And they'll probably like, oh, well, Valve will go, we can't refund you your $5. We apologize, but you're not getting your $5 back. So, the Steam Deck was revealed on July 15th, and Valve opened up the store, allowing folks to plop down the $5 to register for the opportunity to buy one. Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun. The device will allow people to play many of their already owned Steam games on the go via the powerful hardware inside the device. The base model starts at $400. Okay, yeah, I was right. This is the base model. For the first hour or so on July 16th, though, after Valve began accepting pre-registrations, things collapsed, and folks ran into error messages and crashing servers. Are you sure this is Valve? This isn't Bethesda? Because I kind of feel like this is something that Bethesda would pull. Like, Bethesda's going to come out with a brand new game console because they know their games suck. We're a game developer, but we want to jump into, like, sure this isn't Bethesda? I mean, crashing servers, that's a Bethesda thing. That's a Bethesda thing. We sure this isn't Bethesda? Are we positive of that? But eventually things did calm down, though, and it became easy to pre-register for a Steam Deck. Even as things calmed down, though, and with the $5 registration fee, none of this has stopped resellers, who in the last 24 hours or so have flooded eBay with offers to buy Steam Decks for large prices, including some asking as high as $2,500. The hell? Yeah, there's one on here. For the 512 gigabyte version, confirmed orders. That's basically the $650 one. They're asking $2,500 or best offer, free shipping. Valve Steam Deck 512 gigabyte system, confirmed order, pre-sale, Q2 2022. Ooh, Q2. Ooh, so they really didn't pay attention. That said it was coming out in December. Okay. For $1,599 or best offer, free shipping. That's just two of the ones that they have pictured here. There's an entire list that's constantly flashing up here, like $900, $800, $799. I feel like I'm on the fucking Price is Right. That's not a good thing. Many of these listings claim to be confirmed pre-sales or pre-orders, saying things like confirmed order, pre-sale, pre-order ships in December. Others promise that the Steam Deck will be shipping in December and that the order is locked in. However, to be clear, according to Valve, none of this is true. If we visit Valve's FAQ page for the Steam Deck, you'll see a bunch of useful answers about the Steam Deck hardware, release, purchase process, and more. The most important answer can be found about halfway down the page. When will I be able to order? We are aiming to start sending order invitations by December 2021. We will make every effort to convert all reservations to orders, but we are not able to guarantee availability. So basically, you're plopping down $5 to register for a spot that you're hopefully going to get the first crack at come December. So you're basically putting down $5 for a lottery to pay more money to get something. Yeah, that makes sense. So that would basically be like me putting $5 down to buy a lottery ticket for a chance come December to pay almost $600 to get a prize. That makes sense. In a stupid, fucked up kind of way, but that makes sense. I mean, that's definitely a really stupid business model, but that does make sense in the long run. I will give them credit on that. That answer explains that these handheld PCs won't begin shipping in December 2021. Instead, Valve is aiming to send out the purchase invitations that month to folks who pre-registered, and while Valve claims it will do everything to convert all reservations to orders, it does not guarantee availability. So, to be clear, even if you put down the $5 this moment to pre-order the damn thing when it went live on the 16th, Valve is not guaranteeing you're going to be getting a device by the end of the year, or if you're even going to get one at all. So basically, you're paying $5 for a lottery to pay them more money to get a Steam Deck, and other people may not get theirs, and they're out the $5. So basically, Valve just pulled an inverted crowdfunding campaign. Way to go. I have to admit, I have not seen that done in a while. That is an inverted crowdfunding campaign. Instead of going to like Indiegogo or GoFundMe or Kickstarter, Valve went directly to you, the consumers, and it's like, you're going to pay us $5 to pre-register. If, let's say, 1,600 people pre-register, then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we have 1,600 people that just pre-registered for this, which means that we have, times 5, that's a shit ton of money. If they have like maybe 20 or so that they can make, or 100 or so that they can make, then that means 100 out of that 1,600 or so is going to get it. And then they're going to pay the money to get them. And the rest of the people are probably just going to be out the $5, because Valve will just consider that a nice donation. And that'll be that. Unless they're going to guarantee that you're going to be getting a refund or something, but I don't see that happening. Compare that information, though, with the vast majority of eBay resellers who claim otherwise, and it's odd that all of these are still up on the site, as it would seem these are listings with potential fraudulent claims. Well, to be fair, eBay's system really relies on the public noticing this and reporting it to them. They can do a good job getting some stuff here and there, but for this I would be considering a chance listing. So I would automatically, if I were eBay, be yanking a majority of these down. And that would be it. But there's an update. Dun dun dun! Yeah, there's an update. eBay told Kotaku via an email that these listings will be removed as they violate the website's pre-sale policy. This policy states that all pre-sale items must ship within 30 days, which is not the case with Valve's Steam Deck. It won't start shipping until December 2021 at the earliest. So that's good that eBay's at least keeping up with this. But here's the thing. There are times when eBay's pre-sale policy can be misconstrued. There was a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, a couple Yu-Gi-Oh decks that were put up, and the thing was, they weren't going to be released for like 2 months. And the people that were putting it up, now granted, they were official resellers and affiliates of Konami, and they told eBay, look, this is the date that we were told to put it up. We were told to start taking pre-orders for it now. And I think, if I remember right, eBay let that slide, but I think it was after that's when they changed their policy. So I think they were given like a grandfathered status, but then that was it. And that was like a few years ago. So, and don't quote me on it because I'm kind of going off of memory here. So, while a lot of people out there might be feeling, not so happy about this and getting into the pre-registration madness, don't go buying these things off of eBay, supporting these resellers. Go to the Valve site, place your order. You basically buy your lottery ticket from Valve and hope that you're going to get this wonderful, wonderful excuse for wasting cash. It's like, I got $600 to burn. Give it to charity. Fuck that. I'm going to go buy a Steam Deck. You know what I would do with $650? That's at least 2 months of school taxes that are paid. At least a month. Yeah, at least a month. Yeah that's bills. That's bills that are paid. That's food. Yeah, I'm not going to waste that on, I'm going to go buy a Steam Deck. Okay, yeah, no. But, yeah, for resellers, though, this is scummy. And the kicker is that, with this, eBay's going to have to refund all those sellers. And the downside is, if these resellers knew, they're going to have to refund all the buyers. If these resellers knew that they could possibly get caught, there's a good chance they've already spent the money. Like, that money was transferred, it's already in their bank account, and they already, like, they're gone. That money's gone. The kicker is, with some of these resellers, they'll know how to do this, and this is one of the schemes that they'll pull, is they'll sell something on eBay that they know they can't provide. Like something that's for pre-sale, something that they don't have access to, and they're going to charge an exorbitant amount of money. Sucker A will buy that. And then Sucker A gives them the money. Now, the reseller will put down, hey, it's going to ship out in, within 30 days or so. And what they've done is they've gotten the money. Because the majority of the time, they get the money. Now, sometimes the money doesn't leave the account until it's actually shipped. There are a few of those. Don't quote me on this because, like I said, eBay does a lot of policy changes. And they did a lot of policy changes in the last few months. So this could have changed too. So take this with a grain of salt, if you will. So Sucker A is out the money and reseller B has it. Now what reseller B will do, and this isn't necessarily like a reseller reselling pre-sale items either. This is just like a reseller selling something that just came out and they don't have their hands on it. What they'll do is they'll mark it as shipped. They'll provide you like a fake tracking number, because it's real easy to fake those. That's scary. And then what they'll do is, once they have your money in their account or in their PayPal account, they'll transfer it out. And they'll make sure that it goes into like 6 different accounts, or that it goes into a different account that's not connected at all with them. And they'll do like an instant transfer, so they'll have it. Now they have your money, you're out the money, and they'll close up their eBay account, and eBay will still have to refund you, but it'll come out of eBay's pocket. Because you're still protected under the buyer protection plan. Whereas if you do not get what you order, eBay will see to it that you get your money back, or you get your item that you ordered, whichever is easier. Majority of the time, it's just easier for eBay to just go, hey, give it back, and just give you back your money. And that happened with me a couple times, where I actually bought something, and I did not get what I was supposed to get. I bought now I knew it was a knockoff, because it said KO, and that stood for knockoff, but this was a knockoff Transformer that I bought. I thought I was getting a knockoff of, one of the updated, one of the better ones that came out for Powers of the Prime. But it wasn't. It was a knockoff of the G1 version. And I said something to eBay. I said, hey, look, I said, this is not what I ordered. I said, they said it's a knockoff. I said, I get that it's supposed to be a knockoff, and I'm fine with that. That's why I ordered it, because it would be a little cheaper than the actual one, and the knockoffs are usually a little better. I said, but this isn't even close to what they're saying I was supposed to get. And then all of a sudden, eBay's looking like, yeah, nope, you're right, and I got my money back. The kicker is, I got my money back, and I got to keep the item, because the seller refused to take the item back. And eBay's like, all right, yeah, that's fine. We'll just refund them we'll just refund the money, and you don't have a choice in the matter. And it also happened with me with a trading card that I bought, and it was like a $3 trading card. The person never shipped it out, no communication with them whatsoever. I expedited it to eBay. Literally within 2 hours, here's your $3 back. It's like, here's your $3 back, and that seller was then removed from eBay. Because it's like, they violated eBay, and so that happens. And it's also happened to me, too, because buyer claimed that they didn't get what they had ordered. They opened a case against me, and I had to refund them the money, which, what bothers me with that is if they would have actually just said, hey, I want my money back, or we could have worked something out. It's like, no, I want my money back. You cheated me. I didn't cheat you. The thing could have been damaged in shipping. You're complaining to me because one part doesn't work, but yet you knew this thing was coming used, and I did have down in there, worked last time it was used. That tells you that the last time it was used, it worked. Yeah, no, I'm just in it. I'm hated by a lot of people, but yeah, I've had to give refunds out back on eBay a few times. Either the item hasn't shown up or something like that. So I know the refund process is a pain in the ass, but when eBay has to step in and do it, it's basically, they're just going to stick their hand down your pants, take the money, and that's it. There is no question about this. Because when they were connected with PayPal PayPal will put a freeze on the transaction. So like if you transferred the money out and you're waiting for it to go through, now they have instant transfers. So it's like, oh, it'll cost you like $3, but you can have the money instantly. But if you were transferring the money and all of a sudden the person's like, hold it, I want my money back, because I'm not happy. Instead of just like coming to you and saying, hey, there's an issue here, can we talk about this? It's instant case, I want my money back, and that was it. So, but yeah, this reselling this thing is a joke. But yeah, this whole thing seems like a massive joke to me, to be honest with you. But then again, you never know. I mean, it could be good. Oh, am I kidding? It's a Valve. It's Valve. It's a Steam Deck. I mean, come on. This is basically... I mean, what's to stop people from just buying a gaming tablet and just playing Steam games on a gaming tablet? It is literally the same thing. You can get adapters for tablets now. That basically, there's like third-party Joy-Con controllers that are Bluetooth connectable that you can just get for tablets. There is literally a controller that's Bluetooth enabled for specifically designed for tablets and PC gaming. What's stopping that? I mean, there's a massive market here that Valve's going to have to try to fight through, and I don't think they're going to succeed in it. I really, really don't. But who knows? They might. They won't, but they might. Alright, so have you ever wanted to just clean the shit out of something? Has stuff been bothering you? Do you believe that Billy Mays OxyClean is the greatest thing in the world? Do you love pressure washers? Well, if you kind of like the last one, this might be a game for you. It's called Power Wash Simulator. If you've been following Markiplier and his channel, he's been playing the crap out of this and having sort of like a religious experience doing it. There are people speedrunning this bitch, too. Which, first off, I have questions. I have a slew of questions. I have to ask, first off. I have a slew of questions. How in the hell do you speed? How the hell do you speedrun this game? I mean, it takes Markiplier like 3 hours to clean stuff. But then again, for him, he's basically getting a chubby and jerking it at the same time with this thing. Because it's like, I'm feeling so zen. And it's just so beautiful. I have to keep cleaning stuff. So what makes Future Labs, and it's F-U-T-U-R, by the way, Future Labs early access Steam hit Power Wash Simulator so appealing? Aside from the ability to draw dicks everywhere. That's it! You can draw your name on a building! You get like the solid stream, it's like, put down Zorro, Z for Zorro, or A for Andrew. You can draw lewd pictures in this. And there are people that are doing that. You just have to look at it, though. The minute you turn on your sprayer, you're treated to an instant, obvious result. Kotaku recently spoke to Power Wash Simulator designer Dan Checker, I believe it is, Chequer, about the joy of instant visual gratification and the powerful allure of getting things clean. Oh, God. What is this? There's nothing quite as satisfying as removing dirt to reveal the clean surface underneath. It's a truth cleaning supplies and equipment companies have capitalized on for decades. The commercials showing off paper towels absorbing spills or vacuum cleaners sucking up crisp, clean lines and filthy carpets. Yeah! That's never happened. I have used a vacuum multiple times, and granted, I have gotten a carpet somewhat clean, like dust and everything removed, but it just goes right back, because people don't realize this, because I learned this last year, when I had to cut a little piece of the carpet off, because it was really, really messed up, and it couldn't be fixed. I just cut it off to make it so much easier to, vacuum. It does work, by the way. It did help tremendously. There is dust and dirt underneath the carpet. And when you step on the carpet, you're pushing and pulling that dirt right back up to the surface. Because you'd have to get underneath the carpet to get it all clean. Which means that you'd have to do like a deep cleaning that would have to go past the protective layer of the carpet down to whatever the base board is to suck up the dirt. So keep that in mind, folks. Because I learned that the hard way last year. But yeah. So they asked the team at Future Lab how they went about designing a cleaning game as fun as this. Part of the answer is that cleaning is already fun. What are we, Mary Poppins? Okay, sure. Cleaning is already fun. Sure, we'll go with that. Maybe not the whole lugging equipment down in the hot sun or spending hours crawling on your hands and knees. But the instant, ongoing gratification is a blast. Literally, in the case of power washing. It became apparent to the team very early on that the act of cleaning was going to be fun. Yeah. Our development director, Kirsty Rigdon, has always loved games where you see immediate visual progress, such as The Blob. And she was the first to champion the potential for a power washing game. Oh, God, no. No. So, in case you're wondering, The Blob was a 2008 puzzle platform game from the Australian developer Blue Tongue Entertainment. It's about restoring the color to a black and white world. So think like Epic Mickey, but mixed with that episode of the Powerpuff Girls. And that's pretty much gives you a clue there, I guess. You take the role of a cartoonish blob that has the ability to absorb paint and apply it to buildings of a sprawling metropolis, bringing color to the city one district at a time. That's in Power Wash Simulator. The results of your actions are instant and impactful. Yeah, you can clean up your van, Power Wash service, and you get different nozzles, massive effects. There's a bunch of soap and other stuff, and it's like, yeah, you clean up some person's backyard. There's an entire house that can get cleaned. You get to actually clean the Mars rover. And I remember making a joke to my mom. We were watching this. I'm like, could you imagine the bill for that? I'm like, the cash alone, you had to be flown up to Mars. You're using the water on Mars. You're using water on Mars to clean the Mars rover. Could you imagine the bill that NASA's going to be getting for your time in service? I mean, that right there, you're set for life. You come back to Earth and it's like, I'm going to take my 1.5 trillion now, please. Thank you very much. That's very good. Hey, you're set now for the rest of your life. It's like, yeah, I'm officially retiring. Thanks, guys. Hey, I'm out. I mean, you'd be rich beyond your wildest dreams at that one. Yeah, Power Wash Simulator, though, includes a challenge mode. So you can race against the clock or clean with limited supplies. For the core game, though, they purposely avoided such complications. The appeal is very unusual for a game, as enemy threats and time limits are deliberately absent. We wanted to create an experience that players could relax with and approach at their own pace. The word we hear more than any other in the feedback is satisfying. So's a sandwich, so's a good relaxing nap, so's, anything that can release endorphins. Yeah. Anything that releases endorphins is considered satisfying. It's like that cartoon that came out last year when the pandemic was going in full swing, and this old guy's telling his grandkids about the movie theaters. It's like, we had to find a new way to get our fix. He used what the actual term is. And I can't think of it off the top of my head, and I'm really trying. But they're like, the one kid's like, well, what's up? And I forget what the name of it is. And he's like, well, it's like the same thing you get when you go out and you buy something. It's really cool. It's like, yeah. It's basically anything that gives you, like, your endorphins, like your endorphin high, or yeah, it just gives you that wonderful feeling. But anything that releases that level, I mean, you get that same thing like playing certain, like, starting games. You get the same thing drinking, like, your favorite soft drink you haven't had in a while, eating your favorite food, just relaxing. You get that same feeling. Yeah, I gotta look up what the name of that was. Hold on. What is the name? I gotta look that up. What is the name of that? Name of EMIC chemical. Yes. Response to. Chemical response from endorphins. Dopamine! That's it, dopamine. That's it. Dopamine. There you go. I knew I had to just look it up. It's the pleasure chemical of the brain. Dopamine. Okay. What's dopamine mean? Yeah, okay, that's it. Alright. That's I remember. It's dopamine. So basically, anything that releases dopamine in your body is similar to this. I mean, you could literally have a game where you're petting a fluffy animal. That will release dopamine. There are things that can do that. But yes, it's basically similar to that. It's like a dopamine fix. The appeal is very useful for gamers, enemy threats, blah, 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 all that stuff's gone. Satisfying is what they've been hearing, like I said. It's not to say that Power Wash Simulator is without complexity, though. Players have to juggle nozzle sizes and strengths, picking the right detergent for different surfaces, and deal with layers of filth, differing levels of toughness. You could have something that looks like it came from the Black Lagoon, and some kid dropped an ice cream cone on the corner of the sidewalk. It doesn't matter. That said, though, Power Wash Simulator is still in early access. They're regularly adding new content. The most recent update, released on July 7th, added the aforementioned challenge mode, 3 new jobs, a revamped soap system to ensure players weren't wasting their in-game funds on excessive amounts of detergent. Yeah, you could piss through that stuff real easily. I saw that happen in a couple of the gameplays. You can really piss through that stuff. Another big change in the update was the ability to properly go prone to reach dirt closer to ground level. Oh, God. Prone has been in the game since the very start, but we used to call it crouch, which was a little confusing as it was very low. So, in the most recent update, we have added the ability to actually crouch, apparently. This new convenient tweak. This provides a middle ground between standing and going prone, which really helps with spotting dirt on places such as the top of the car wheels. Yeah. Or you could just hit the tab button and have an instant pull-up of all the dirt that you have left. There is that option. So let's see, which do I want to do? Get on my hands and knees and actually look at the dirt, or just hit the tab button? Ooh, I'm going to just hit the tab button. It's so much easier than crouching and getting face first into the muck. Yeah, no, I'm not down for that. So basically, this is almost like Super Mario Sunshine in a way, but instead of cleaning up an island, you're cleaning up everybody else's crap. I mean, the one part you're cleaning a house. Then you're cleaning the car that was in the garage of the house. You're cleaning a dirt bike, like I said, the aforementioned Mars rover, your van, a skate park, somebody's backyard, a freaking little playhouse school in the middle of nowhere that I swear you would see the freaking child molesters living because it's out in a secluded area. Oh, yeah, that one screamed pedophile. It really did. First words out of my mouth. It's a giant house shaped like a shoe that apparently they were having kids clean. But then the parents had a fit about it because it was too dangerous. No, you have the kids clean the bottom part, and you as the adult handle the higher up stuff. And the kids don't get hurt, and you're not liable. Yeah. No. But, yeah, first words out of my mouth when I saw that shoe, I'm like, yeah, this isn't a pedophile's wet dream. Sure, we'll go with that. Yeah. But yeah, this game is definitely one of those, what you want to call weird, yet satisfying games. Like I said, anything that can release dopamine into your body is satisfying. I mean, I could play a game that I haven't played in years and have a fun time playing it. That's going to release a dopamine high. That's going to give me my dopamine fix. You know, like going to the movies or buying something that I've had my eye on for a while. You're going to have that endorphin, the dopamine rush in your body. And then after that, it basically goes away. I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, if you really want to think about it, and I really hate to say it this way, but this is about the best example I can give. Imagine having sex. Like the first time ever. There you go. That's basically it. Because it's never going to be the same. It's never going to be the same after that, probably. But just imagine that. It's like, hey, this is really cool. It's like it built up to the hype, and it's like, it felt so good. Or you take a nice relaxing bath. You have a massage. Like, you put on a nice cool towel. You feel good on a hot summer day. You, like, jump into a cool pool of water or something. You get a nice drink. You have some ice cream. Anything can give you a dopamine fix. It's the pleasure center of your brain. It's releasing the dopamine. It's the dopamine mean. Yeah. Hey, I remember that cartoon. I laughed my ass off at that. I really did. I really, really did. All right, so the live-action Your Name movie that's being made by Hollywood, they gotta find a new director now. Not surprising, unfortunately. So Hollywood's live-action Your Name film was previously announced to have director Lee Isaac Chung at the helm. You know, sailing this boat through Makoto Shinkai's. I still got to see this goddamn movie, by the way. It's on my list to find. But yeah, they're supposed to be helming this ship as it sails the traverse waters of live-action remakes. Unfortunately, yeah, they jumped ship. They cannot do it anymore. It's no longer the case. According to the report on Deadline, scheduling conflicts have caused Chung to leave the project, which makes him the second to do so since the Amazing Spider-Man director Mark Webb was the first revealed as the film's original director. So we're down another director again. Oh no, not again! So the production companies Paramount and Bad Robot are quickly on the hunt for a replacement and have reportedly already spoken with a few directors who have yet to be named. Prior to his departure, Chung was working off a new script by the Big Six Emmy V. Gordon. So we'll have to wait and see who ends up in the director's chair for this next round. This is basically, I really hate to say this, but this almost feels like Super Mario Brothers movie all over again, where they were changing directors like every couple days. So yeah, yeah, this is almost feeling like Super Mario Brothers again. I mean, this is the second director now that's jumped ship. Yeah, this doesn't feel good. Not in the long run, but maybe this is actually a good thing. I would take this as a blessing in disguise here. And first off, this is Paramount's in production of this, so that's already has me terrified. But I would take this as a sign that this movie's not supposed to be made. I mean, you've already lost two directors. Now, granted, one was because of scheduling conflicts, but you've already lost two of them. You're on the hunt for another one, which means that now you're going to have to go through this whole process again. Oh, we have some people picked out. That's cool, but you're going to have to go through this whole process again. Do you not see the problem here? I do. But yeah, this is... I would take this, honestly, as a sign that this movie should not be made, but that's my opinion, which I'm not allowed to express anymore here on YouTube, apparently. But that's what I would take it as. I would go, look, this is a sign that we're not supposed to make this movie. This movie is not supposed to be made. I would be taking this as a sign that, okay, you know, we really should not have made this movie. Okay, this movie was a mistake. Now let's just wrap this thing up, put it in the vault, and come back to it in a few centuries or something. Maybe a decade or two. Maybe that'll help smooth it over. I mean, there was the whole Twilight Zone movie that was cursed because it ended up killing the one actor, and I think there was two of the children, not to mention a helicopter pilot. You have the Super Mario Brothers movie, which was panned by many people. I actually liked it, but it was panned by a lot of people because they came right out and said that they had to change. They were changing directors like every day. You'd go in there, it's like, okay, new director. Oh, god damn it! Like 2 days later, new director. Oh, son of a bitch. So I would take this as a sign that this is not supposed to be made. I mean, unless you want like a massive, sign from the gods, I would take this as a sign at this point. I mean, now, don't get me wrong, this is one of the few live-action adaptations that I think could actually work, but, and there is a but here. There is a huge but here. But it would have to be done correctly, which I don't see happening. I don't see it being done correctly. I don't see it being done exactly the way that they had wanted it to be done originally, so that could, in fact, be a problem. But don't get me wrong, this is something that I do see possible. This is a possibility. It's just a question of, is it a possibility within this realm, or not? That's the question we have to ask. That's the question of the hour. Is it a possibility in this dimension, in this reality, or are we looking at no chance in hell here? So, but yeah, I would take this as a sign at this point and just leave it alone. But who knows? I don't. Do you? Netflix. Once again, you decide to darken my doorway and piss me the hell off. And this time we're going Netflix games. It's saying all the right words, but is it the right idea? Yeah, this would be fun. Yeah, you don't have to think about ads, you don't have to think about in-game purchases or other monetizations. But is this really good? So as part of the company's latest earnings report, Netflix CEO Reed Hastings and Chief Product Officer Greg Peters jumped on an investor phone call to talk about loads of things related to the future of the company. I'm assuming closing your doors is not one of them. Damn. So hoping it would have been. While discussing one of those things, their impending detour into video games, things got pretty interesting. Former games writer Julia Alexander was listening to the call and took note of what they were saying when it came to Netflix's video game plans. Aside from the fact that Netflix will initially be targeting mobile games, of course, Hastings said that they're not expecting nor planning to make a profit from any video game development or offerings, and are simply using them as a means of increasing the overall value of a Netflix subscription, since the platform's games aren't going to be a separate or increased cost. Yet, anyway. Yeah, hold that thought, because you're going to have to pay for servers, for space, for downloading. Yeah, none of that shit comes cheap. So that's that's bullshit right there. We might be of more interest to you, though, is that Netflix has approached mobile gaming. While there is a stereotype that the biggest and most popular mobile games are built on predatory monetary and design principles, free to play. Premium games. Popular mobile game builds are built on that. Hastings says, hey, because we don't need to worry about taking your money for these games since we're already taking your money, we don't care about any of that. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Hold on. We're already taking your money. We don't have to worry about taking your money for these games since we're already taking your money. Yeah, we're taking your money for a Netflix subscription. You know, you're not satisfied with the fact you binge-watched all the shit already? Here you go. Play some games. We already have your money. Why not enjoy yourself a little bit? Here, cut loose a little bit. Have a quarter on us. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. This should be good. Peters was then quoted as saying, we know fans of those stories' core IP is they want to go deeper, interactive, can provide with an in-depth world to explore. We also feel our subscription model yields some opportunity to support some game experiences that are underserved by the dominant monetization models. We don't have to think about ads. We don't have to think about in-game purchases or other monetizations. We don't have to think about title purchases. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Unless you're making them from scratch, then you gotta worry about paying the developers, paying the designers. Are you smoking some strong crack here? Come on. We can just be laser focused on creating the most entertaining game experience that we can. Unless you're gonna have tic-tac-toe, chess, and checkers, you're gonna have to pay somebody. You're gonna have to pay for titles. You want to do mobile gaming, so unless you're paying an intern, who am I kidding? You're paying interns. Unless somebody's designing these things for you, you're not going to have them. You got to be kidding me. We don't have to think about ads. You don't have to think about in-game purchases or other monetizations. We don't have to think about title purchases. Bullshit! I literally had to read that again to make sure that I had it right. You're kidding me. we're finding that a lot of game developers are really into that idea and focus and just putting their energy into great gameplay without worrying about those other considerations. They've had to trade off instead of just making compelling games. You need to have titles! If you don't have titles, you have no customers to want to pay! You need to get titles in order to draw people in! I mean, you're not going to launch a game that's called chess on your thing and everybody's just going to sit there and play chess all day! Come on! This is certainly a very cool thing to hear. It means nothing until we actually get to see and play Netflix games. But of course, as far as opening pitches go, it's a good one. Yeah, we don't want your money, but at the same time, we want your money. My God, I feel like I'm in Avenue Q. Give us your money. I do. If you've ever seen Avenue Q, you know what I'm making the reference towards. There's a song in that. It's called Give Me Your Money. This literally feels like they're just saying, give us your money. Give me your money. And I don't know. No, don't sing it. Don't sing it. But yeah, just give me your money. I want your money. I want your money. But at the same time, I don't want your money. I like this. I want your money, but I don't want your money. But I want your money, but I don't want your money. But I want your money, but I don't want your money. Is that even making sense at all? I just want to clarify. Is that making sense to anybody? I want your money, but I don't want your money. Yeah. No. Makes no sense to me. Anybody else? No, I didn't think so. Alright, so let's get into the final two topics here. I'm going to combine them into one. So we got Kyokai Senki, or Kyokai Senki, I should say. It's coming out on October 5th. It's called, its alternate title actually is War Machines on the Borderline. It's going to be debuting on Japanese TV in the early morning hours of October 5th. If that's too long, though, for you to wait, which, you know, let's face it, it probably is, you have the opportunity for an extended sneak peek. Bandai Spirits is offering the first 11 minutes of the first episode for free on YouTube. And it's Japanese and not subtitled, but even if you don't speak the language, you can still see the artwork and get some idea of what's going on. Yes, it's raw. It's not subbed. It's raw. Yes. And 11 minutes, like I said, for 20... Usually most anime series are like 21 to 22 minutes, so that's basically about half the episode. If not a little more than half. So that's actually pretty damn good. Not counting commercials or anything, yeah. So the anime takes place in 2061 and revolves around Japan being under occupation and war machines policing the streets. It's directed by Nobuyoshi Habara of Father and Broken Blade and has Niboru Kimura of Gundam Build Divers in charge of supervising scripts. So this is already going to be good plot-wise, because Build Divers had a damn good script on it. I will not lie about that. Basically, from the plot of this, it almost sounds like a reverse Code Geass in a way. Because remember, in Code Geass, you had Britannia that took over the entire world with the Nightmare Frames, and they basically, everything became, you know, Britannia. Britannian Empire then, and you had the Resistance. So this seems kind of interesting. I'm not going to lie about that. But yeah, you can watch the first 11 minutes. It actually is a link here in the happy video. Let me see if it's blocked in my country, like a lot of stuff usually is from Japan. Oh my God, it's not blocked. Thank God I can watch this. It's like 11 minutes, 5 seconds. Sweet. That'll give me something I can watch then. Let me say that to watch later. But, yeah, so that's really cool. But on top of that, though, so you can watch the first 11 minutes of that, so that's really cool. But there's also Level 5's Megaton Musashi. The anime is going to be premiering on October 1st. This one, though, doesn't really give you the chance to watch any of it beforehand, but still kind of interesting. So Level 5 loves some mixed media projects, and one of the company's latest is Megaton Musashi. or Megaton Musashi. I keep saying Megatron. It's Megaton Musashi. In addition to a game that's in the works for the PS4, PS5, and Switch, the Megaton Musashi anime is on the way to TV in Japan on October 1st, 4 days before War Machine's on the borderline. Shigeru Takahashi, Yokai Watch Films, is directing the series with Level 5 President and Representative Director Akihiro Hino, handling series composition of anime production house OLM. So here's the earlier promo that came out back in December. You can actually pull up the thing. There's a video here for the game. Here is the key visual then. I'm not going to lie, this looks pretty damn cool. You got the giant robot in the background. You have the teammates on top of this bridge. That's pretty cool. And here's the synopsis. In an ordinary town, there are people who live a peaceful and fulfilling life, but they don't know that it is a false peace. The untold truth, the Earth has already been destroyed. 99.9% of the human race has been wiped out by a mysterious alien force from outer space. The enemy is named... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Dractors? D-R-A-C-T-E-R-S? Dractors, I guess? Who cares? Eventually, a large hole was drilled in the earth and terraformed into a suitable environment for the aliens to live. Humans have no choice but to hide in shelters to escape their eyes, waiting for the day of resurrection, which they do not know when it will come. The inhabitants of the shelter IXIA have had their memories of the day of destruction erased and live a normal life without knowing anything about it. However, some of them, the chosen ones, have become pilots, driving giant robots called Rogue and fighting against aliens. Today, another new pilot is selected. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds like Gurren Lagann meets Rossifon, chuck in a little bit of, I want to say like a small little couple drops of Neon Genesis Evangelion, and mix it all together with Go Danner and Big O. That sounds pretty cool though. Definitely, and I love robot series. None of them have ever truly disappointed me. I have not been disappointed by a single mech series yet, save for the one, but then again, I fell asleep during the trailer of it, so that was already a loss for me. And I only spent $10 on the whole series. It was at Walmart, and I just put it right up on eBay. I'm like, hey, look, I can get my money back. It's not a love loss. And it really wasn't. I actually did get my money back from it, because I think I sold it for like 10 or 12 bucks. So I'm like, yeah, as long as I got my money back, I really didn't care. But yeah, I have yet to really be disappointed by a mech series. And that's a good thing, because I love the mech-based series. I love the mech genre. It's one of my favorites next to Slice of Life and Action and Adventure. I do love the mech genre series. It's one of my favorites. So, yeah, I love it. I think this is really cool. That premise, though, that does sound pretty neat. Because that also kind of has a feeling to that one movie that I'd watched a while back. It was on Neo Toonami's, it was the first one that was on their week of movies, which ended up ending with Summer Wars, because it crapped out halfway through the stream, and then we couldn't finish watching it, and I had to actually get the DVD. I can't think what the name of that first movie was, though. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up quick. Because it almost has like a similar feeling to that. Because I'm trying to remember what it was. I know it ended. Week of Wonders movies, that's it. Origin, Spirits of the Past. That's it. That's it. That's what it was. Origin, Spirits of the Past. That's what it was. Because that whole week was supposed to be this one was going to be on that Week of Wonders movies, because they were gearing up for. Origin, Spirits of the Past was Monday. Steam Boy was Tuesday. Tekken King Crete, or Tekken King Crete was Wednesday, and I have seen that movie. I got it at the Dollar Tree for $1. It is not a good movie, by the way. Summer Wars was Thursday, which is what ended up getting screwed, and we didn't get Spirited Away on Friday. They ended up just ending it, and that was it. But oh yeah, I remember Summer Wars. God, I love that movie. I can watch that again. Oh, I can watch that again. But yeah, because then they ended up having the issues where they had to... Yeah, they had the issues where they couldn't do it anymore, and then that was it. But yeah, Origin Spirits of the Past, because I ended up watching it then on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, this is really cool. And I was like, huh. But yeah, based off of reading that, wasn't really... I'm sort of getting like a vibe from that in a way. If you think about it, it's... Yeah. That's pretty cool. But yeah, either way, both of these series are pretty cool. The one's coming out October 1st. That's Megaton Musashi. And October 5th is War Machines on the Borderline. So yeah, check those out. You can watch the first 11 minutes of War Machines on YouTube. And you can check out, well, Megaton Musashi when it comes out. That's going to be pretty interesting, I think. Yeah. Alrighty, everybody. And that's going to do it then this week for the absolutely, completely... random podcast. But hey, you know, I've had a lot of fun here. Don't forget to submit your questions for July's Q&A. They're doing Tuesday morning, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. And don't forget, I'm not even lying about this, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, all that fun jazz. You know the song and dance by now, I'm sure you do. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in this week to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Have a great, great, great day, and I will check you all out next week. Have a good one, everybody. See yous.